right. Oh no, my timer. I gotta go old school timer today because my high tech timer, aka my old iPhone, is kaputs right now. But this thing's okay. I'm just worried that the battery's gonna die. Alrighty. Just another day in paradise in Pierson Land, right? Anyways, welcome again. As you can see, I've been doing the same darn thing for the past month and a half. At least all that you've been seeing, because I've been recording this for about the last month and a half. But not much has changed, other than it's getting closer to the finish line. Now I am going to start painting. It's gonna be a great day. That was so dumb. That was such a bad song. Oh no, coffee everywhere again. That's an occurrence that happens often here, is I always spill in my coffee. So in this session, I'm going to work on this second line of Angry Birds. I'm not going to touch the top ones yet until I get this first line done. I want to get this top one some time to dry. As a matter of fact, I'm actually going to do some rehab while it's fresh in my mind. For those that know, I've been off and on repairing areas that I've been having problems with. Like, if I were to go ahead and repair everything, it just wouldn't be enough time. There's too many things that are occurring. I'm just going with the areas, the really big problem areas, the areas that are having like massive adhesion problems. Again, like 90% of it's working, the other ones are not, and I don't think anyone can give me a good explanation to why. So I'm going to work this area and do the same thing I've been doing with all the other ones, which is scoring it with a metal little tool here, and then going over it again with some liquid. And the liquid's supposed to be the base structure. Now again, the scoring part is not, I'm not like trying to chisel out all the paint. I'm just roughing it up a bit. And having it roughed up a little bit will allow for the paint, in theory, to have more micro ledges for the paint to kind of hold, like scaffolding. Yep. Just doing a little dusting. I might need to do a little bit of dusting right here. Actually, I'm going to do that while I have this brush. I'm going to dust this. as you all know, I've been working on this painting for such a long time that actually it's getting dust on it, you know? It's like, I don't know what to do about that. Can't control the dust. Can only kind of manage it. So just like before, I'm just going to put a little liquid on this area here. That's going to act as a like primer. Yeah, it's going to act as a primer for the my next layers. And that's all I do there. That's a pretty straightforward repair job. Just it's just time consuming because you got to do it in a span of 4 days because you got to have time for the paint to dry. Right, you can't do it all at once. If it was acrylic based, I could get it done in a couple hours because, or even faster than that because I just wait for the acrylic to dry. But not in this instance, so I don't have to worry about that right now. Time to go painting and have some fun. I'm a little better today, I think. So I haven't got more sleep than I did the previous day, but I did get a more quality sleep, so that's very helpful. What I do is I did some research a while back, and there's this chemical called melatonin, and melatonin helps you sleep. And when you look at screens all day long, the blue light and the screens actually stop the production of melatonin when it's to start being produced, which is at night. So from 7 till I went to bed, I had, I totally missed the whole area. Let me drink my coffee and I'll talk about this as I'm putting tape on. So, in order to kind of mitigate the blue light from disrupting your melatonin production, is what you can do is you can wear yellow glasses, and the yellow glasses, in theory, are supposed to block out a lot of the blue light, which is in theory supposed to allow you to start producing melatonin because you don't have the blue light signaling creating the signals to not produce melatonin because it's still daylight. So what I've been doing is whenever I get the chance, I usually forget it because I usually lose the glasses. I'm always misplacing them. So what I do is I wear yellow glasses, like yellow shooting glasses, to block out all the blue light. And I think it helps. I'm noticing every time. I know it's not like science based, but I'm noticing a direct effect on my quality of sleep because I'm going to bed around the same time. It's just I'm blocking the majority of my the blue light that's I'm looking at, you know, because I really am. I'm going to bed at the same time, and I wake up at the same time. But my quality of sleep goes up a little bit. As a matter of fact, I think I went to bed later today because I had a bunch. I was doing some stuff that needed to get done and was important. And the only time I can do it use my computer is later at night. But I did go later. I did spend. I was up later than normal. But I'm feeling a lot better than yesterday. It's just amazing how that works, you know. It's like, what'd you do? Well, I just put some glasses on. What? Yeah, I just put some yellow glasses on and went to bed. You know, I think it's amazing. It is amazing how much a small thing can have significant results. It's kind of like someone that's lost a lot of weight. And you're like, "What'd you do?" Like, oh, well, I started walking for 15 minutes a day, and then I just don't drink soda. You're like, what? Yeah, and then I lost 40 pounds. That's all you did? Yeah. It's like I thought that was weird. That's weird. I mean, that's all I did. 15 minutes a day, walked for 15 minutes a day, and I don't drink soda. It's like, but you only drink one soda a day. Yeah, I know. Well, that one soda ignites a litany of hormonal responses that causes you to store fat. And it differs from person to person. Who'd have thought it, right? I just don't drink soda anymore. Anyways, that's not health advice. That's just like a reference. That's like the closest analogy that I could have. So I'm just painting up a storm. Going on my second layer of cadmium red. If you look here, vastly different. This one's way more opaque, and I want that flat tone. Give it to me. Give me the flat tone. You also know if you have a good night's sleep if you're dreaming. I know that I was dreaming because I remember dreaming. Yep, I had a slight clue that I had a couple dreams last night, but I do not remember them. Well, at least not this one. It wasn't really significant. Even though I'm awake, I still feel a little lazy. Like I don't want to apply the paint slow, and I need to slow down. Slow my roll. No, I need to slow down because I want to like rush it, but I know I shouldn't. I need different shirts to wear while I paint. Because every time I'm doing these live streams, I'm wearing the same old work shirts. It's just the ones I just got so used to taking the paintbrush and kind of rubbing some paint on my shoulder if I need to, and I don't want to get in the habit of like having a nice shirt and then rubbing some paint on it. All right. It is a day. You know what? I just wish I had time to to lift. You know, I'm only able to lift like maybe 3 days a week. Maybe. It's like, well, you make time. Well, man, my prime lifting time is right now. Wake up earlier. You want me to wake up at 3 o'clock, dog? You don't have a freaking kid. It's a little different. I always find it funny when people are like, you make time. Like, yeah, we all have the same amount of time in a day, you know. I really have a fascination with time. I really do. I have an extreme fascination with time. Find it very intriguing. It's always been an interesting concept for me. Like I've you know, you hear people say they don't have time, and then you ask a question like, "Well, you had time to watch this series or this show or this movie, you know? You had time to go do these things." So, oh yeah, I did, but I don't have time. Basically, what I'm saying is, I don't have time for you. Okay. I get it. I understand. We all live hectic schedules, you know? I'm not mad. I'm not referring to anyone. I'm just like, it's just really interesting. I observe these things, you know? Like I have to observe them because I have to have a pretty, like, I'm not really a good steward or manager of my time, but I am really good at setting up a pretty good habits that are kind of like ingrained. Like now, the habit for me is getting up and doing these. Like I feel that this is the easiest thing I can do with my work schedule. Which leads me to my next point is I was talking about the other day how I am considering switching my times that I paint. Where's my brush? Where'd you go? Man, where am I? It will come somewhere. It will appear out of nowhere. The reason why I lost track here, I don't think that's a good idea for me to switch my painting times because, case in point, last night I was doing all my, you know, like this typical office stuff, you know, it's typical study stuff where you go into your office and you know, prepare for the next day, get all your preparation ready. Do some of the stuff that you've been meaning to do, but you don't have other time during the day to do. So, you know, if I switch my painting time to at night, I'll get the painting done, but I won't get any of the office work or any of the other things done because that's the time that I can do it. Like right before bed, and yeah, right before bed. It's the best time I can do it. Yeah, it's the best time. So I can't paint at night. You know? I got office things to do. I gotta do adult things with emails and such. Lame. I gotta upload these videos, which takes like an hour. That's astounding. I understand it. Like that's we're not used to things taking long on the internet anymore. Like we can stream things, right? Almost in real time. But to upload things, wow. Back in the day, if I were to upload a video like this, it would take like 3 or 4 days. And you had to hope that your computer didn't crash. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Please don't. Yeah, I got to be a little bit focused and attentive because I'm doing a second layer on top of this. I'm doing a second layer on top of the same color. I got to make sure that I'm getting coverage everywhere, and it's sometimes you can. I know in areas that are not transparent, like over here, it's okay. You can kind of tell, but when you get right here, when the tones are really similar, you got to kind of look left and right to see if there's any shine, like wet paint against dry paint. Doing good. Yeah. What's kind of neat about this is like the paint is so thick in these areas, you can see it kind of bevel up between the stripes. Only to the astute observer would anyone look at such a thing. Man. Right? Man. Took me an hour to do this. I did chat it up a little bit, and also I had to stop to do that. What a day. What a day. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. I feel pretty good today. I really think it's just the sleep. It boils down to sleep. You get bad sleep, you're gonna be temperamental. You're gonna be angry, you're frustrated, drowsy, all of the above. If you get better than normal sleep, you're gonna be good. It also helps for me personally if I'm able to get my painting done. Because if I get my painting done and I'm unable to accomplish anything for the rest of the day, I'm good because I've done something and I moved the needle towards a finish line, towards my goal. Of course, in a perfect world, I would definitely love to paint more, right? And work less, right? Fingers crossed. I'm dreaming. I am dreaming. In a world where one lone artist, Matt Pierson, paints for 8 hours a day, and then the rest of the day, nothing. Oh, that'd be awesome. But I don't know if I could paint for 8 hours a day. I probably could do about 4, 6. maybe 4 hours and then another 2 in the evening. Or I could definitely paint for 4 hours and then do like light labor where I'm constructing panels or writing down ideas for my next paintings. Like, no one talks about this, but there's an intrinsic cost of doing precision work like this. Is I know a lot of other artists who have carpal tunnel, you know. They have inflammation in their wrist and their tendons from doing the same repetitive motion over and over again. And you're like, how? How can you get injured doing this? It's pretty easy, you know, you just do it over and over again. And if you're not giving your body enough time to reduce the inflammation or rest, you know, you get injuries related to repetitive movements. Like, it's not like it's heavy labor, but like there's a lot of sculptors and artists out there that do things that require very physically demanding activities or actions. I'm not in that realm. I'm not in that realm, but sometimes I am when I'm constructing my own wood panels. There's a lot of like physical actions that are exhausting. I mean, what for a lot of what a lot of you don't know is a lot of artists are not just painters or sculptors or silk screeners or illustrators. A lot of them are carpenters, or amateur at least, because they make their own structures that they paint on, or they make their own, I don't know, framework. But a lot of painters are also carpenters because they make their own painting frames. And by frames, I mean stretchers. I notice that when I do these like tight lines, my left arm starts to tense up, like I white knuckle it. Because I don't want to make any extra movements that are unnecessary. Okie doke. It's going good. It's going gooder. Goodest. Oh no. Drop some tape. I think that is deserving of a sip of coffee. And I'm going to sit down here for a second. I'm out of the frame. Whoa. This chair is falling apart. There's gonna be one of these days that I am going to be recording myself, and the chair is gonna just like topple over. I'm gonna break my arm or something. Like, oh, oh, my arm! My arm! Oh, I can't believe it. I knew it was gonna happen! I'm gonna try something. These eyebrows are supposed to be straight, and I'm gonna try to save some time and see if this is gonna be a good solution. I'm thinking about making this eyebrows, just doing a straight line for the eyebrows. Whatevs, we'll do a straight line. Straight lining up. Whoa. Yes, this is what we do. So I have roughly 3 minutes. So do a little bit of a check. What I don't like to do is I don't like to start another area that I can't finish in a time frame, because it's just not really, it doesn't work well to do that. So I'm just going to see if I got everything kind of in order. It looks like I got most of the stuff covered, and it's looking good. And now all I'm gonna do is just do this area, and then I'll probably spend the extra time to clean my brushes, because most of the time I never get to clean my brushes. So I'll probably clean a few brushes. It worked, and it kind of worked. You know what I'm kind of enjoying though, is like these weird overlaps from mistakes. That's kind of enjoyable. I like seeing that sometimes. It's like, well, yeah, okay. So I made this paint yesterday. That's time. I made this paint yesterday. And I've been thinking about only using the paint for 2 days. We'll see how it feels tomorrow. But if it's getting really like thick, like just really cakey, I might just dump it and mix another batch, because I'm tired of having to have this paint that's like I'm fighting it. So I don't want to fight my paint like I've been lately, and that's one of the things I've learned. Is I'd rather spend the extra 10 minutes making a batch of paint that'll allow me to cover areas quicker than to use the paint and worry about wasting it, but it adds like 30 minutes to 40 minutes extra time per area. So it's been a good day. All right, catch you later.